Hey there, everybody. Welcome to our preview for the Blacklist Season 10, Episode 2, The Whaler. It is coming. Presumably, the Whaler is going to be a new Blacklister and not a nickname for a Blacklister we already know.
Yeah, you never know after the freelancer / the night owl.
No, okay. There's a lot of interesting, exciting stuff that's going to be out there for this episode.
Yep.
Like, I think we're all accustomed to the idea at this point that NBC is probably not going to give 2 trillion sneak previews for what's coming up. But you know what? That's okay. We've got you. We're all here in this together to speculate and theorize away.
Yeah.
Before we go further, though, hit that subscribe button because guess what? This Sunday, we will be here discussing The Whaler the moment that episode wraps up. Come back here to the channel. You will see a full review. A lot of fun stuff will be had there. And of course, we're also covering Snowfall, Bel Air, The Last of Us, Survivor. There is there's like a million things happening right now.
Oh, there's a ton of stuff even just popping up tomorrow with Survivor and Mandalorian and Snowfall. Like, oh my goodness. Also, before it's tomorrow, it's today, which is my birthday.
It's confetti.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Thank you.
We had a really fun celebration this weekend, and one of the things that I've been asking of you guys is if you haven't followed us over on Instagram, Matt and Jess TV, that would be a really wonderful birthday gift for me. I would really appreciate that. And thank you to everyone who has made my birthday wishes come true.
Well, it's an awesome birthday, and this is hopefully going to be an awesome episode. I think the Blacklister part of it, there's an infiltration of a high-stakes poker game tied to Wu Jing. Sia's apparently going to be helping to lead the charge with some of this. Let me just say right now that, there's that line in The Office, the casino night episode where
my favorite episode.
Kevin is just like, I'm really good at poker. That's not me. I am not really good. I am terrible at poker.
I am really good at poker and not like Kevin Malone good at poker. I am like really good at poker.
See, I would...
One of the benefits of my dad taking me to a million poker games when I was very little, I learned a lot.
Well, you can help Sia then on this undercover mission because I'm just going to blow it up entirely.
I'm really excited to see that right away they're having Sia be sort of in a lead spot where she's like, I'm going to take the charge on this to be able to get sort of some answers and get us further in this case. I want to see what she can do right away. That was sort of one of the issues that I've had in the past with characters like Park who had come in where it was like, I didn't know anything about her for so long. Like they wasted too much time doing nothing with her. But by the time they got to her, it was like, we've already kind of moved forward with stuff. And I know there's a lot of people that really liked her, but I just never got a connection with her and I didn't really get to know her. Yeah. So having Sia right away lead the charge, I'm like, yes, I am here for this. I want to know if I like you right away or not.
I just love that, she's a character tied to Mira from season 1. We've got Wu Jing, a big-time blacklister from season 1.
Everything tied to season 1.
Yeah, no kidding. The
full circle.
What are they going to do next? Rebuild the Tacoma Park house that Reddington blew up? Like, there's a lot of different things that they seem to be doing, getting us way, way back there in the beginning. Now, let's talk about Reddington and Cooper and Agnes, because to me, this is the most interesting part of this episode. So, fundamentally, Agnes is getting mistreated at school. People are giving her a hard time. And it's like, what is Reddington or Cooper going to do about it? Well, they may not be on the same page here. And what does that mean?
Yeah, they're going to have opposing tactics on how they want to deal with this situation with Agnes having a hard time at school and people not treating her that well. But when, push comes to shove with all of this, Cooper's the person that's making the decisions. He is the guardian. Yeah. He has legal guardianship of Agnes. Now, that being said, I know that Cooper does value Reddington's opinions on these things as well. They have a long history. And he knows how important Agnes is to Red and vice versa. They're both very important to each other. However, when it's coming to like, it's time to be the parent and step up and, make the decisions, that's Cooper. He's the only person that really has the authority to do so. So how are they really going to go about this? What would Cooper think is the right thing to do? And we know Cooper, so he's
Yeah.
probably like, let's negotiate. Let's try to find the middle ground that works for everybody. But that doesn't always work in those types of situations when someone's pushing you around school.
Reddington's calling up Brimley, and it's just like, hey, can you get to the school at this time? Can you bring a camel?
Yeah,
No,
exactly. Like, is Reddington then on the other side going to be like, no, that person's not pushing her around. She needs to eat dirt. Or, like, how is that really going to work?
yeah, I'm sure he'll be more nuanced than call up Brimley, but like, it's a fascinating thing. But the bigger sort of questions I have around this are mostly just that it was established in the premiere. Reddington's basically been gone for 6 months. Did he not communicate with Agnes at all during those 6 months? And she's still a very young person. Having somebody like flutter in and out of her life
Mhm.
like this, that's not an easy thing for someone who's still a kid. And she cared
It's
about
not an easy
Pinky.
thing for people who are adults either.
Like, it's something that it's going to be very hard for Reddington to continue to sort of reconcile, because he did this whole spiel with Liz where he was just like, you had Sam, you had somebody who cared for you, I watched you from afar, but it's like that only goes for so long. And if he's just sort of repeating the same pattern that he did with Liz, how can he expect in the end anything is going to be any different with Agnes? We know that obviously he is a person in constant danger. He surrounds himself with it. But even in just showing up here and there with Agnes, it's not that different than just being in her life consistently. It kind of feels like you can be in her life or you can not be in her life at all. And there's not really any sort of middle ground here.
Yeah, and that's why the argument that I've seen online with a lot of people are like, Agnes's life is also always in danger because Liz was in danger and that's her mom. And it's like, well, Reddington was not in Liz's life at all because he was part of what was going to present a danger to her. Being around her could present a huge danger because he has danger around him all the time and it
Yeah.
follows him, it would follow him to Liz. So, yeah, he would watch her from afar and make sure she was okay and step in when he was going to have to step in, sort of thing. But that's not happening with Agnes. Agnes is clearly not in any danger except from some fool at her school. And, he is coming in and out of her life, spending time with her, playing games with her, reading books with her, leaving for a while, coming back. Like, it's way more sort of normal that way. Agnes is not in the same danger that Liz was in. And Reddington does feel more comfortable to come in and out of her life like that.
The other thing I just really want to know is, what is Reddington's end game with Agnes? Like, what does he really want from her? Because at the end of the day, we saw Reddington basically be like, Liz, I want you to have the keys to my empire. I want you to run things. And I'm not saying he wants the same thing for Agnes. Like, Agnes is not an FBI agent. She's not anything. She, is just a young person playing soccer and going to school. But is he just going to be okay with the idea of, let's just let her have a normal life? Let's not have her get mixed up in anything else, not repeat any of the mistakes of the past. But if that's the case, I want to know about it now. Like, I don't want to wait on certain things until the finale. If you want to wait on his identity, sure, I can deal with that. If you want to wait to bring back other people, the real Katarina, if that's not Reddington, sure. But I want to know what the plan is for Agnes, and I want to know now.
Yeah, I think his plan is just that he wants to love her. I don't think that he has plans to give her the keys to the empire or anything like that. He hasn't mentioned it. He hasn't even hinted at it. He hasn't hinted that of anything, that even Agnes is in any danger. What I think his plan is that he knows that he's unable to step in to raise her in any kind of way. He trusts Cooper. He knows Cooper. Like I said, they have a long
Yeah.
relationship. He knows that Cooper's going to do a really good job giving Agnes a full, good life. And that's something that Reddington doesn't feel that he's able to give her. However, he loves her. So he still wants to find a way that, even if he can't raise her, that he can be part of her life. I think it's just difficult when you love somebody to not weigh in when things are going sideways for
Yeah.
that person, where you're like, oh man, I know best. No, I know best. Anything that Red can do to help, he's going to want to help.
Here is the big thing I just want for this episode overall. since it's the final season, I think every installment needs to have some sort of significant movement forward. There can't be any wah wah, nothing changes episodes anymore. We need to have something. I'm not saying it needs to be the most earth shattering thing ever, but we got to keep the momentum going, guys.
Yeah, and I feel like we're going to, especially now that we're going to be seeing Wu Jing with this poker game. So he's clearly continuing to scoop people in and
Yeah.
what's going to be going on. And I'm all in on Wu Jing. I said it in the review. I'm so excited to watch him continue to build this up against Reddington. I wanna see Reddington versus everybody.
Well, we will be having a chance to see this in just a matter of days, so hit that subscribe button. Be sure to make Jess's birthday wishes come true.
Thank you,
Hit up that
everyone.
Instagram at Matt and Jess TV, and we will see you here next time.